Yeah.
Our style of ministry starts with the streets and then ends inside. Unlike a lot of churches that kind of start inside and then go outside, we really like to start in the streets and we'll build a foundation out there serving people. And then we say, hey, oh, by the way, we have services as well if you want to come.
We're blessed to be a blessing. We're the lucky ones that get to serve and see lives transformed. And before we know it, we're realizing we're the ones being changed. We're the ones being transformed. And we intended to change other people, but they're changing us. And it's genuine and it's real and it's crazy.
A lot of people want to see change, but you have to be the change you want to see in the world. And the Dream Center, they are making the steps to help people be that change. I start seeing a lot more people every Sunday coming out from the neighborhood to go to church, which is pretty cool.
One of the ways that we're making a kind of a practical difference in our community is our program called Adopt a Block. The goal of Adopt a Block is to build relationships, and the key to success is being consistent. So every Saturday, we knock on doors in the neighborhood and say, how can we serve you? How can we help you? What do you need? And we just basically ask people, what it is they need. And so they may say they need groceries, so we want to fill that need. If they need someone to mow the lawn, we want to mow the lawn. If they need somebody to pray for them, we want to pray with them.
Through Adopt a Block and through these different programs, we've been able to see, the community really begin to transform. We like to go out in the street and really serve in any way we can. Sometimes that looks like mowing a lawn. Sometimes that looks like picking up trash. Sometimes that looks like handing out groceries. And then from there, we will invite them to church and kind of just build a relationship with them. They know who we are, and we never pressure them into anything. There's no strings attached to the gospel, and we really try to take that approach. But they know who we are, and so when the going gets tough, a lot of times they'll then ask us for prayer, and they'll, all this. But we also offer,
We always say simplicity is genius, right? And you've heard that over and over. And so what we like to do is we like to knock on doors in our neighborhood and just say, what's a need that this neighborhood has? Maybe you don't have this need, but someone has this need. How can we help? And so I'll ask questions like, hey, good morning, can I throw your trash away for you? Hey, can we mow your lawn for you? Basic necessities like that. We want to change the atmosphere.
It has kind of brought our family together. I mean, we go to church together. The kids go to Kids Zone, and we go every Sunday. And it has definitely lightened the house. So it's definitely made our lives, I would say, better.
The Long Beach Dream Center has a special place in my heart. Like all the people here, all the kids. Like, this is my favorite place.
We have everyone come to us, and we'll invite them in. That's when we get the chance to pray with them. That's when we get a chance to talk and hear what's going on in their lives. But then we also hand out the groceries. We've had some families tell us that if it wasn't for Adopt a Block and the food they get there, they wouldn't be able to have food, because sometimes they have to choose between having food or making rent.
It matured me, to be honest with you. Opened my eyes to a lot of different things. Some stuff I didn't really understand, but I gotta say it matured me a lot.
Our oldest he's doing the Kids Zone, right?
Yeah. He's helping out.
He's doing the Kids Zone, and then our daughter will be doing the worship for the Kids Zone, and then our other son will be assisting as well. And I think it's good.
It's helping them grow.
Yeah, it teaches them leadership and responsibility.
I love that I get to be a part of something that is actively changing the community, actively impacting the community here in Long Beach and in Los Angeles. And what has happened in Los Angeles and started there has infected the world in such a way that there are dream centers in Florida and in Dallas and in Alabama, and there's one in Ireland. I mean, there's over 200 dream centers throughout the world because of what has started here in LA. And I'm just so happy, so glad, so honored and privileged to be able to be a part of a movement like this one.
The vision is people, and spreading the gospel. I think that a lot of the things that we do out of serving, like giving food, just an avenue for us to spread the gospel, or let them know like, hey, there is someone that loves you or care for you.
Knocking our door saying, hey, how can we pray for you today? Is there something we can do for you? How can we serve you? My favorite part of serving here for sure is when someone gets it. Like when the light bulb comes on. When like people realize that they're not alone. You're not alone, and you're a family in this neighborhood. And if you're a family in this neighborhood, you're my family.
Coming here, I saw the kids. Yeah, the kids here are like, this is like not project kids, but it's like they're affected by the environments around them. So most of them don't have fathers. Most of them are Black, African American, Hispanic kids that don't have fathers in their lives. So it was like, man, like I can relate to some level to these kids, but just on a different level. So it's like, wow, like I get to have a chance to be a part of their lives and just serve and be, just loving them. So, yeah.
Yeah, so the Dream Center, our goal is just to change the atmosphere of the community. And what that means to us is we want to find a need, we want to fill it, we want to find whatever hurt and we want to heal it. So if there's basic practical needs like a need for food or a need for shelter,
Honestly, I would probably say Long Beach is probably one of the best sites you could possibly come to. It'll grow you, it'll mold you, it'll really shape you, it'll challenge you.
It's phenomenal what they're trying to do and what they're doing, yeah.
They can't do it by themselves,
No.
but if the community comes together, they can,
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a lovely place. I feel like home when I go. I look forward to going every Sunday.
But I decided like, hey, like I want to serve people. Like this is what I want to do in my life. This is what this is what I found joy doing. So, I found my calling doing this.
you exist for a reason and that you have purpose. And one of your purposes that you never have to argue is the rest of humanity. Being able to serve one more person, being able to give to just one person. A lot of times we feel like we can't solve the huge needs, so we don't solve anything at all when you're a part of the solution, that you have gifts, talents, abilities that you genuinely, you capture, you have that can change someone else's life.
There's promotion coming, there is raises coming, Lord, because you have seen the integrity of his work and you love on him unconditionally. And I thank you, Jesus, in advance for the great things you're going to break here that is happening in this house.
Basically, my responsibility is to make sure that all of us are working as a team and identifying the needs in the community. And so what I love about my job is I get to focus on the one. So one person that has a name, that name has a story, and that story matters to God. And so how can I stop, meet that person, find them right where they are, and say, how can I serve you? How can I help you?
This is what I love doing. I love the Long Beach Dream Center.
I think that everyone needs to recognize that they're valuable, their education, their field, that they were called to make an impact. And if there's one thing they should never doubt is that a part of their purpose is always to help humanity, help just one more person, one more family, knock on one more door, and meet someone right where they are.
God is about the people, and God is about the streets, and he's about making a difference in the community and in our lives personally, and all of that is so interconnected. I can't imagine having one without the other. And so I love what we do. I love what we're a part of.